Hi everybody, I'm Tanner Warnick and welcome to BADM300, the legal environment of business. I wanted to take a few minutes and introduce myself and tell you about myself and just let you know what you're going to be doing for the next few months in this class. I've taught at Geese for 2 years now. Before that, I was a commercial litigator, which is a fancy word that just means a lawyer that helps businesses when they're in disputes with other people. Being a lawyer was okay, but being a teacher is awesome. And a big part of that is that I love my students. And I'm really excited to meet all of you and get to know you over the next few months. I'm married to an incredible woman named Carly, and I have 4 kids, 4 boys. And I'll show you pictures of them and tell you all about them once we get to class. But for now, I just want you to remember that I have 4 boys. And the reason I want you to remember that, I'll let you know once we get to class. But 4 boys, okay? All right, let's talk about this class. It's called the legal environment of business because business is surrounded by and saturated with law. Law is what makes business possible in this super complicated world of ours. That fact frustrates a lot of business people, and it makes lawyers, like I was, really happy because they make a ton of money helping people avoid and navigate their way through legal issues. Now, the nuts and bolts of this class, let's talk about that for a minute. You're going to be graded on 4 things, and the first one is exams. There are 3 exams. They're non-cumulative. I'll prepare you really well for them, but there are 3 of them. So 3 exams. The second thing is quizzes. You'll take 10 quizzes, but I drop your 2 lowest scores. Now, the fact that there's 10 of them means that most weeks you're going to be taking a quiz. And it will be over the material that we talked about in class that week and that you watched in the lecture videos. So 10 quizzes. The third thing is article summaries. You'll write 10 article summaries. Now the news is full of business law. And to prove that to you, I have you go into the news and find news articles that talk about the things that we're talking about in class. And then you'll write a short summary about them. It's not hard, and most students tend to really like doing the article summaries because it takes these concepts that we are just talking about and brings them to life. You see how they apply in real life. So 10 article summaries, and then the last thing is just participation. Most class periods will do some sort of in-class activity. It may be a really quick pop quiz. It might be I have you go on the internet and do something legal. That's really vague, but you'll see what I mean when we get into class. And when you do those things, you get points for participation. So I don't take attendance in class, but if you miss class, then you miss the opportunity to get those points for the in-class activities. Okay, so 4 things: exams, quizzes, article summaries, and then the participation. Let's talk a little bit about the format of the class. We're going to be doing things over Microsoft Teams. Some of you may be familiar with Teams. If you're not, you will be by the end of the semester because we're going to be doing everything on there. Assignments will be posted on Teams. Communication, I'll communicate with you and you can communicate with me over Teams. I also do email, but whichever works better for you. Lectures will be posted on Teams, the lecture videos, the schedule, the syllabus, all of those things you can find on Teams. So I want you to go to Microsoft Teams. You can Google it and pull it up, download it. You already have an account by virtue of the fact that you're a student here at Geese. So download Microsoft Teams and you'll find the schedule. You'll find the syllabus there, and we'll go over that in class as well, how to do that so that we're all on the same page. Now, Teams is going to take the place of Compass or Canvas in this class. I will post grades on Compass, but that's the only thing I'm going to be using Compass for. So please go onto Microsoft Teams and familiarize yourself. Now, I've mentioned lecture videos a few times, and the reason for that is that there is no textbook in this class. Before class, rather than reading a textbook, I'm going to have you watch 3 or 4 short lecture videos. So let's say we're talking about employment law. Before class, you'll go and find the links for the employment law videos, and you'll get all the information that I need you to know before coming to class about employment law. The videos are simple, they're interesting, they're pretty well done. And so when you come into class, that frees us up to do more interesting things like in-class activities or talking about real-world cases or what's going on in the news right now about employment law. So all of those videos are posted on Microsoft Teams. You'll find them there. So that's the format of the class in a nutshell. I love this class. I'm really excited about it. The reason I love it is it's really is super interesting, and students tend to find it super interesting. And I'll make you a promise that if you come to class and you listen and you participate and you do the work, not only are you going to learn about law and how it impacts business, but you're also going to just have a clearer view of the world. You're going to have a better understanding of why businesses do some of the things they do, some of the mysterious stuff that they do, and why people do some of the weird things that they do. A lot of that comes down to the law and business law. That's a pretty cool promise, I think. Not one that most classes can make. So I'm excited to meet you. I'm excited to spend a ton of time with you over the next 4 months. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Remember, I have 4 kids, okay? All right, see you tomorrow.